All right. Just something random, which apparently kind of something to see. Apparently, one of the people may have died in the Ukraine war. Sorry to be dark. I don't want to be dark. I wanted this to be happy. I didn't realize that until after. Like, oh yeah. Hey, shout out to Net Mama on Twitch. Say I'm at work right now, but pull up with my crew in the next stream. Talk about add you on Discord. I'm not that active on Discord, but I appreciate you being here. If you are real, we are on Twitch and Kick. We are on YouTube, which is the main platform, and I am streaming. I almost didn't. Thought about not streaming. I probably should go work out. Hopefully, I still got enough energy to work out after the stream. But I wanted to keep it going. I wanted to just keep streaming for, I want to say Taking Back Sunday. Eventually, we are going to miss a stream, or I may just do like some phone streams for a while. Because this moving process, which is, I'm doing it slow. I should speed up. I gotta start moving stuff over there. Hopefully we'll get the internet situated tomorrow and get some other things situated throughout the week. And hopefully this week we can really start moving. Also, my leg ended up flaring up last week, so that kind of slowed me down too. So we got, it is what it is. And I want, I definitely want to kind of relaunch this channel, relaunch these streams. May get some help as far as editing these streams and the clips. I will be on person a lot more often as a streamer once we get moved and situated. I would say around May. Around May. It's going to take a while for my new desk to come. So that's going to take some time. I didn't think that would be much of a thing. Lies we've been sent to the shadow realm. We could be. A lot of stuff going on. Shout out to Tiger Woods. A lion wouldn't drive drunk, but a tiger would. Well, not drunk, because he blew 0-0, but he was still inebriated. Sorry to poke fun at him. That's actually pretty scary. The fact that he keeps using whether it's pills, and he has like a real I didn't realize how many surgeries he went through. Honestly, he's had like a bunch of back surgery, so I do kind of feel for him. When people get those surgeries and they just start handing them pills. But yeah. It's just like moving at all. I don't even know what it was. I mean, it happens sometimes with my ankles, but it's a little better now. I want to get back. I fell off the wagon with the gym. I only went one time last week, which sucks. So I got to get back in that habit. So hopefully this week we can get back on that wagon with that. What else? There's a bunch of stuff I saw. My brain went blank. Haven't been paying attention to the tournament. Planted feet and twisting with weight in hands. Well, I don't want to do that. I mean, maybe that was some of it. Maybe some of the workout stuff from the one workout I did, because that was actually after I worked out. Even though I was doing upper body, a lot of times, a lot of machines. I do mostly machines. I do some free weight stuff. Like I'll do incline, bench, free weights. Sometimes I'll use dumbbells, curls. I'll use like the little selected weight barbells they have for curls, stuff like that. Hey, Tom Jensen, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here too, Brandon, if I didn't say that. Always cool to see you here. Oh, I always see you around though. Like because I'll frequent some of the Houston sports, particularly the Texans stuff, and I always see you're somewhere around. Whether it's like the Believe or whether it's Landry and Stutes or something, like you're just around. You're just there. Weirdest one I had, been working on a ton, crazy good shape. Oh, stepped out of the SUV, twisted both ankles simultaneously. One thing I've been thinking about though is I don't work out my tibia, and I'm thinking that might be a problem too, because every other part I'm working on my calf, I'm working on my hamstring, I'm working on my quad. That's like, you know, the one that's a fourth of my leg essentially. Probably not by muscle, but you know, it's essentially quarter of your leg. I'm not really working out. I'm like, I need to do more tib raises and tibialis and tibia oriented stuff. Had to stop working out 4-6 weeks. That sucks. That sucks. Knees went out you 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's getting old, and it's, you know, you try to work out to try to protect yourself from that, but a lot of times they'll put you in positions to get hurt as well, and then, you know, muscle imbalances and all that stuff. So all you can do is the best you can. $20K for regenerative therapy. Goodness. Shit. I just use ice and ibuprofen. That's all I try. Ozempic. I'm a pass. I saw they got like a pill version. I don't know if it's Ozempic or one of those GLP-1s. Lord knows, you know, still got a lot of weight to lose, but I don't want to mess with that stuff. Too many side effects. Too much stuff. My plan is get back on this wagon. I'm going to get an elliptical so I can do more cardio at home. You know, another thing actually I realized it was my first time using the fucking sauna. So I may not have helped. I may have been dehydrated. I don't know. I may try it again. Notice they took all the good weight loss supplements off the market. They still have berberine. Berberine has been very helpful for me. It helps with my appetite, and I guess it's supposed to help with blood sugar. I'm not checking my blood sugar to know, but it definitely helps my appetite. It happened over a span of 10 years. Oh, that means it was coordinated. I remember stuff like ephedra, and there used to be this shit, and you could get it over the counter or behind the counter, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, what was it called? Broncaid. If you use bronchated caffeine, that slows your that not only does it slow your hunger down, like it kills hunger, it also gives you more work capacity to like do more cardio, do more exercise, and you get a little stronger. And it really wasn't that bad. I don't know if it's still available. I used to do that shit back in the day. Bronchated caffeine. Get some shit I got off of the bodybuilder streets. That was like a ghetto little, you know, because everybody can't afford like clenbuterol and all those high end fat burners. So a little bronchated, little caffeine, get the shit done. Other stuff was too cheap. They wanted to pay. Yeah, I mean, there's still natural stuff. Like I said, I would look into berberine. That's been helpful for me. There's a few other things. I haven't messed with and vibed with everything. I know there was some. What's the shit called? She legit. I didn't really vibe with that. You know, another thing I've been doing is trying to take more vitamin D. Pause. But vitamin D is a important hormone, and most people don't get enough of it because we used to be outside all day. You get vitamin D from the sun, and you know, even people who get sun still usually are somewhat deficient because, I mean, we used to spend. You think about 150, 200 years, your Caleb Williams vitamin D. Pause. The actual vitamin / hormone, because it actually is a hormone. How do you make a hormone? But no, you used to get sunlight all the time, right? 150 years ago, everybody was out in the sun 10, 12 hours a day farming. Maybe you spend an hour busting nut in your wife, get back to farming. Now, we're all inside, we're all indoors. And even if you live in a place like Houston where, yeah, you'll go out, you'll get a lot of sunlight, but how long are you going to be in the sun? Like a minute from the store to the car or from the car to work or wherever. So, yeah, taking vitamin D. Yeah, they got those high-dose vitamin D pills. I know sometimes they'll prescribe them to you, like the 50,000 IU pills. Do your research. Don't overtake it because there is some risk of vitamin toxicity. That is a risk, but I think you gotta take a hell of a lot more than what you can do over. You gotta be taking kind of like a bottle a day type shit. Like you gotta take a ton to get. But you know what? It's stupid motherfuckers out here. Someone will do it. So don't do that shit. Yeah, you saw. Tom said he's gonna set up a home gym over the course of this year. That's the plan. That's the plan. Is to slowly but surely get me a home gym. You know, dude. I want to actually. Amazon has a sale on plates right now, and I wish I could take. I don't know how long the sale's gonna last. That is also true. Vitamin D is fat soluble. It sticks in your fat, so it actually sometimes takes a little bit to build up. But after it builds up, it'll essentially take a little bit to get out. So that's the gift and the curse of it, I guess. But yeah, it is fat soluble. But yeah, that apparently, I'm doing research into it. I've been trying to take a little more, just, and then taking like vitamin K2 with it and all that stuff. I really, realizing how important it is. I don't know. It may be helping, maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. It's apparently it's also supposed to helps with a lot of stuff. Helps with apparently MS. People who have MS, it can help. People with bone issues, it can help. Again, there's risks. You can have like some calcium stuff if you take too much of it. Bro, that'd be sick if they start forcing you to buy vitamins by prescription. There is prescription vitamin D, but that's a much higher dose. Hey, Zombie Man, appreciate you being here. Zombie on the motherfucking beat. I've been bullshitting. My album is just sitting on my hard drive. Wait on the motherfucker. The motherfucker already said he's gonna mix it. I have to edit my vocals. I want to edit to get the breaths and shit out. The mistakes. I've just been lazy, so I just need to do that and send them to him. You got shit to show y'all? All right, cool. So yeah, feel free to toss links in the chat. Just broke. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. I thought. Well, first, how is she? I mean, I hate that you broke up, but what? Didn't she have some health issues going on? Hey, Fizz, appreciate you being here. And I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucking sucks. But yeah, feel free to send any music. I haven't been doing music. I've been wanting to do music because I know I'm gonna have to pack things up and there's gonna be a few weeks. I'm gonna have a few week gap where I will not be able to make any music. Well, I can still use my iPad, but a lot of music I won't be able to make. She's great. I don't give a rat's ass anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'm glad she's not dead. I'm sure. I don't know. You may not feel the same, but I'm sorry to hear that. That does suck. That does suck. But we'll take the music. Not even mad if real, just disappointed. I understand that, man. I have vitamin V. Don't wish. That's good. That's good. Shit is traumatic. I see. Yeah, I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best. That's tough. Tough business. I've given up on dating, so I don't really have much. Sometimes I try to encourage, like I know, what's his name? Way to be here, and he'll doom and gloom about the dating stuff. And I try to encourage people, be positive. But me personally, I've given up. Given up completely. Not completely. That's a lie. But I've given up mostly. In any event, let's see what Zombie Man has cooking for us. Turning pain into profit. Magnolia Red One. Okay, we'll see how this sounds here on VW Casual 188. Did I say this the 188th episode? I don't even know if I did my normal intro. Oh well, we're here anyway. Here's Zombie Man.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
All right, now I get Magnolia Red. Well, oh yeah, Magnolia. I'm not a big Cardi guy, right? I do like Pierre Bourne as a producer. I like a lot of producers, but his music, Playboy Cardi's music, there's a few songs I like. But I did like that when I dropped in New York. I'm Millie Rock, something else. I don't remember it, but that was a cool joint. That was a cool joint, and I like the remix you just did. Pretty cool. So your chest was hurting, stomach, man. I'm sorry about that. Man, hey, watch out. And then, I know you like your substances. Watch out for that shit, man. I don't want nothing to happen to you, man. We need you, bro. Watch out with the shit, And watch out they don't spike that shit, man. I know, we were just talking about Tiger Woods, speaking of pills. I know that sometimes they spike these pills, bro. Watch out for these pills. Watch out for that tree. I mean, you ain't really got to watch out for tree. Apparently back in the day, they used to spike weed. They might still spike weed. I don't know. But I'm not saying weed is just cool, even though I'm about to smoke. But definitely watch out for those pills. I heard a lot of people be buying perks, but they really be fetty. I don't know. But that's like not popular, but that's just a thing that happens. So watch out. Some motherfuckers don't care. Only two things gave you a panic attack before: one relationship and a strain of weed in Oregon. Puff Daddy spiked weed. Well, he was spiking baby oil apparently with GHB. He put GHB in everything. He was spiking everything. Don't even drink the water around Puffy. Shit. That GHB. You won't remember what happened. Apparently, there's a movie, and it was supposedly based off of Puffy, about people, like they go to a party, they go to a vacation, and they find out they've been there like a week, like a month or a year, or whatever it was. And that was the trailer. I never saw it. It came out a few years ago, within the past few years. I cannot remember what it was called, but that was the premise. Them going to like this high-end party, and they think, in their head, they've been only partying like a day or two. Like, no, you've been here like a year. You've been here an extended time. Like the feeling drunk off 2 pills. I didn't have a pill phase, but I tried pills a couple times. I tried Vicodin with weed. I didn't like that. I had tried oxys though. I'm not gonna lie, the first few oxys felt like heaven. But after a while, I realized I can't do it because it was already starting to lose it loses its impact quick. After the first 2, and I was just taking them. I wasn't crushing them up. I wasn't doing nothing else. I was just popping them. The first couple oxys felt great. The 5th or 6th one or whatever felt mid. And I'm like, oh, this is what happens. That high, and people chasing that first high, and that's not coming back. So I'm like, I'm going to leave this shit alone where I'm at it. I never heard of gabapentin. Chasing the first one, the Doom Vault. Yep. Chasing the dragon. The hormone, Oxycontin, is it a hormone? Kratom. I never fucked with Kratom. I heard Kratom is addictive. I just know Oxycontin is something they sell for as a painkiller, and it's an opioid. I think it's an opioid. I'm not sure. It could also be a hormone, and that could be, the medical version of that hormone. I don't know. 30 times the potency of morphine. Whoo. Oxycontin is a hormone. 7-OH, not kratom. Oh, it's a kratom alkaloid called 7-OH. Okay. I didn't know Oxycontin was a hormone. It's natural in the body. Well, keep it natural. Don't do the pharmaceutical version of that. Cause there's a pharmaceutical version. Leave that shit alone. Leave pharmaceutical oxy alone. I didn't know it was a hormone. First time you try Adderall, got your few full weeks worth of work done before the end of the Monday. I wish I had that productivity. Only time, when I had that type of energy when I was fasting, believe it or not. When you fast, so you guys are smartened up. Chemical produced in your body for a nerve cell, and then it goes into your liver and turns into codeine. If it goes into your liver, it turns into codeine. Okay, shit. I I didn't know you produce Oxycontin. I just know about the pharmaceutical version, which probably goes directly in your liver, being a pill. I would, whatever. If you naturally produce it, it's not, it's probably good. If you don't, I would not. Do not mess with the pharmaceutical version of oxys. Liver health for the win. Yeah, part of our natural healing process. It makes sense that it is. If it's a hormone too, it makes sense, and it makes sense why they sell it. And then it makes sense why you get addicted, because I didn't know that the hormone your brain hits upon nut. Well, here's another thing about hormones. I'm sure a lot of you know this. If you take an exogenous hormone, your body produces less of that hormone. That's hilarious. I did not know that. You live and you learn. That's fucking funny. But so that's why that probably added to why that people get so addicted. No wonder you love gooning. Yeah, I gotta stop gooning. I had to stop gooning. I was just thinking about that the other day. I used to be a goon. I ain't even gonna lie, but I had to stop. I've been no gooning for a while, straight up. That porn is the devil, man. I haven't watched porn in probably over a year or around a year. It's actually probably right around a year. Probably a year or so. Like, and when I say no porn, I mean none. None. Zero. No, is jerk rate? Yo, is jerk mate ranked a real thing? I thought it was just a meme. Mo, yeah. I had no gooning. Team no fat. Takes away your energy and shit. I need the energy. I need spiritual energy. I can barely get through the day with the. I'm saying shit. I still drink the occasional Red Bull. Drink a couple Red Bulls a week. I need all the fucking energy I can get. It's a real website. Less fat, more slap. There you go. But shit, that's crazy. I didn't know jerk. I kept seeing the little memes about jerk mate ranked. I didn't know that was a real thing. That's wild. I'm not about to competitively Google. Google is bad enough. I don't want to Google with other people. That's why I don't understand. How did the hell? This is. I don't think anybody in the chat old enough. This is before my time. But apparently in the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever, they had these fucking theaters. They had play porn, and motherfuckers would go and watch porn together, like in the theater with other motherfuckers. Why would you be in another room when there's a dude probably jerking off? And you in another room with it's multiple men in the same room watching the same bitch get fucked by a dude jerking off. That's gay as hell. Take us back. No. You should not go back. Poor just a fan behind the screen. No one ever break your heart. No, that's not a good. Don't do that. Porn rewires your brain. Apparently you get Oxycontin. It's like popping your oxys. Shit, apparently. Take us back is crazy. Yeah, apparently it's just like popping oxy. So no, that's the worst thing you could do. Listen, I don't have no answers for I know you just broke up, so you like angry as fuck. Hey, you know what the shit to do is, zombie? Hit the gym. That forbidden I lost a ton of weight just because off of a breakup, bro. That forbidden pre-workout ain't no joke. Those theaters I was wondering, Fizz, they make no sense. The whole room was going to be covered in different guys' sauce. What type of theaters made no sense? They were a thing. Poor theaters were a total thing. It's the nastiest shit on earth. And they were a thing for decades. I don't understand. They said, call me a dope fiend. No. You hit the gym, you use that anger at the gym, you'll fuck around and be swole as shit. I lost 100 pounds in like 6-7 months straight up. 10 months. I go 10. About 100 pounds, about 10 months just off forbidden pre-workout. Just off of, I'm going to show that bitch. Stupid bitch. Did I say 6-7? Oh, shit. Fuck. It's AFC party with OnlyFans. Your channel breakup stress makes you turn to a monster, man. Hit the gym. Hit Planet Fitness, EOS Fitness, Crunch Fitness, Anytime Fitness, one of them. You gotta be one of them in that area. They got Planet Fitness. They like Dollar Generals. They put them bitches everywhere. Oh, no, I can't. But somebody did that shit. Being a janitor at a dirty theater, that sounds crazy. Okay, rec center. Hit the rec center wherever. They got punching bags. There you go. Hit the rec center. Hit the rec center. Hit on YouTube. Get a few drills. Repeat those drills. You be knocking motherfuckers out. You knock out her new man. Fuck him. No, don't do that. Don't get into a fight over them. Don't get into a fight over a woman. You should never have to do that. Not in this day and age. I can't imagine people did that, getting in a fight over a woman. Golly. These hoes, no disrespect. Do they need to clear it? Ah, come on. Everybody got popcorn and drinks. Well, something's getting popped in there. I haven't heard about them in a while. Is there anything new with the No Kings protest? Obviously, that was a hot button topic a few months ago, before the Epstein files and before the Iran shit started happening. That was the biggest topic. But I haven't heard nothing new. There was one uptown. Oh man, you ain't gotta tell me if you don't want to. I think you in the Ohio, Cleveland area. Shout out to Ohio, mainly a Trump ICE protest. I didn't know they were still going on. I did not know they were still going on. And I'm not a big fan of ICE per se, because it's just like, listen, the Constitution still matter. They you know, some of the tactics they operate with is kind of fucked up. But you use Photoshop to turn the no nut reveals. You're not from Cleveland, but in Ohio. Okay. Shout out to Ohio. Ohio Reds, Skibbity, or whatever the fuck people were saying a few years ago. Skibbity Reds, I don't know. I'm damn near 40, man. I don't know. Could you imagine? No November rallies. But I'm not about to protest the shit. I know. I'm not saying that. I can see both sides of immigration. I think honestly it's a major distraction. It's just a major piece of division, distraction, waste of taxpayer money, and setting the precedent for constitutionalist, quote unquote, law enforcement. So I'm not a big fan. Could you imagine I would low key lose my shit? That's how much of a good I am. All right, maybe you gotta do it no nut November, or at least a week out of November. Filed a wild one today. The Fortune 500 magazine from the year 2000. That must be interesting. Going back to what they thought in the 2000s, or not even the 2000s, really the late 90s, had Enron as the most admirable company. And the Trump resorts at casinos least admirable. Trump's the president. Enron was gone by the next year. Don't joke. It's not hard to not know when you're dehydrated. Oh man, that's rough. But no, like I said, I've been on this no fap. I don't know if it's journey. Now it's easy. Like, it's not even a big thing. The first few months though was tough. Tough. Guess not drinking water. That's tough. But I hope you feel better, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. At least you know what, man. It's good that you're able to consistently do music. I know with me, I get to the point where I don't even feel like doing shit, and I just coast through life. So I'm not somebody that's perfect. I deal with depression. I deal with all sorts of shit. But and listen, this is a depressing age in general. There's a reason more and more people. When I was younger, the idea of depression, and I mean, when I say young, I mean even up into the 2000s, even up into the mid 2000s, even 20 years ago. We said you gotta live with this ex. That's really rough. That's why I never moved in with nobody. I never wanted to be in a living situation with somebody. Before I go back to the depression thing in the 2000s, I am a huge I used to be a huge basketball fan. I used to listen to hear different stories. They had a show called Sports Century. Used to talk about old players. Old basketball player named Oscar Robertson. His mom and his dad were divorced, but he didn't know it because his dad still stayed there another like 10 years after they divorced, or whatever it was. And he didn't find out till he was grown that his parents were divorced because they was living together the whole time. Because they was just so broke, he had no choice. I was like, this shit never happened to me. Ain't no fucking way. I'm going to live with somebody that I am not with. I've talked to girls who were still with their husband or still living with their husband but divorced. I've talked to girls like I stopped when I found out. I'm like, nah. But then she ended up having a boyfriend later on anyway. And her husband was still paying bills. So her husband was literally paying bills for her to get fucked in the same house he lived in. Nope, never happened to me. Never. Nevuary. And she wasn't shit. She left him when his dad died. She was a piece of shit. Piece of shit. Never happened to me, man. Never. I'll die. Bitch, I'd rather die. I'd rather die. Fuck that. Vince Vaughn said something real smart. Late night TV now feels like sent through a class you don't want to take. Late night TV was never that sophisticated. It just, because we were in the pre-internet days and it was just really Jay Leno and Letterman for the most part. You talking about back in the day. I mean, that was shit that just came on. And that you would, and I guess the Daily Show later on when cable got bigger. But, you know, I mean, you really did it. I feel like the media made late night TV out to be more than the actual people. I mean, yeah, people would turn it on because it was on, but it wasn't as big deal even then. Now, compare that to now, it's still a lot better than now. Like you said, it's more this lecture style. Now, if you got to hear this one, either way, it goes hard, making this after argument. Working out after breakup is one of the best times because you're in pain, have more pain tolerance for whatever exercise you're doing. I see. Well, I am about to play this one. It's called Lonely 3 Jerk Mix, and we're playing it on VW Casual 188.
Hate the way I love you, but you're so sweet. I always find a way to say the wrong thing. Wish that we were laying in the same sheets. But lately you've been acting like you ready.
sorry about that. It was Zombie Main's Lonely remix plus some extra dead air. Sorry about that. You actually played the pad piano on that? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you talking about the new one? Okay, hold on. Let me see what I missed. Working out, yeah. Stephen Colbert. Now trying to make a Lord of the Rings movie that's a Fran knockoff? That sounds not good. Let's play some more Zombie Main music. Same shit, different. Did we get this before? Or is it a different version of it? I don't know. And then we got... I don't know if that's anyone's name. But we'll play Same Shit, Different Day, Vanilla Remix. And then Lilith by Zombie Main here on VW Casual.
Yes, you do. He won't answer me. He wants me to say it, damn it.
Zombie on the fucking beat.
That was dope. Before we get into the next one, see Brahma Bull. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being in the chat. It's always cool. Always cool when someone hasn't showed up in a while. Shows up. That's dope. So yeah, hit the like. I think a lot of people usually hit the like. And Fizz, while we were listening to that song, Same Shit Different Day, which I do like. I do like that beat. He said I do remember it, but I do like it. Like you said, it's pretty moody. Or you said you can hear your emotions. It's moody. But Fizz talked about Hitman, and I talked about how I wonder if Hitman didn't have missions that were based on a true story, so to speak. Started to get the hang of Hitman. Last mission had to take a guy out who had info on human cloning. See, and next mission had to counteract another assassination plot. So I don't know. I've had that theory. I was never that good at it. I had a friend who was really dope at it. BB the conspiracy theorists, and they put it all in the media, man. I've always wondered if some of those Hitman missions weren't based on a true story, and then that one could be. Who knows? All right, we have Lilith by Zombie Main. Zombie Main, like you said, he's been locked in, got some production, so we're gonna keep listening to it. We keep fucking with it on the VW Casual 188, and I'll still be here. So Lilith apparently made for Zombie's Cat. I'm a little surprised by the drums. I thought it was going to be more 808y. And instead it hit that early 2000s thing. But it was still pretty cool. Fizz doesn't think it's, he says it's fantasy, which I kind of agree. Because he says European sex traffickers actually get killed in a mission. They're involved with the entertainment industry, so it's sort of the reality, but they actually die. So, obviously not. Obviously not reality. Zombie has some more heat. We'll keep playing the heat. Why not? Why not? This one's called Perky. Beep, beep, boo, bop. All right, I'll see what's going on here.
How about a little music to count me money to? And now the number one song in Bikini Bottom, Electric Blue. Hey, that's pretty catchy. Beep, beep, boop, bop. Beep, beep, boop, beep.
All right. More of some, speaking of being from a different era, more like jungle-ish 90s stuff. That was Perky. Beep, bop, beep, beep, boo, bop, 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 boo, beep, or whatever Mr. Kraft said. Remix of the Electric Zoo from SpongeBob. The Mr. Kraft feature went hard. Appreciate it. Also appreciate Brahma. Not sure if you're still here, but thank you for showing up. Didn't realize you stream on Sundays. He's been streaming on Sundays. So if you do like the politics, he has a mostly political show called The Bullpen. You can check out every Sunday night around time this stream. So, if I stream late, go check out him. I don't want to talk too much about politics, but I did see the fucking Drewski skit with Erica. Well, he never said it was Erica Kirk, but it seems to be taking or having some fun with Erica Kirk. Apparently, she's not a fan. Man, I gotta admit, now that we're months down the pike, that whole Kirk thing, I felt bad for Charlie himself. Rest in peace. But boy, was that the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life. Because, a lot of people made a lot about how random people online will react. And I'm not trying to cape for that. I just felt that to react to a death like that. But holy shit, did the conservatives not say anything about how Trump and her was reacting? I remember they were interviewing the Orange Man, and someone's like, "Oh, I know you lost your friend." I don't remember exactly what they said. You just lost your friend Charlie Kirk, and it was a tough time. And then Trump starts talking about like the ballroom or some shit, like he could give a fuck. And then this bitch comes out to these like Batista, fucking weird, fucking festival things that she does, and then no one says anything. And if you make fun of it, it's like you're crazy. It felt like I'm like, okay, you niggas have lost your mind, all of you. This political thing, you lost your mind. This is the weirdest shit I've ever experienced. This is fucking creepy, and no one can say it's creepy because it's offensive. No, it's creepy. The bitch is creepy. That's why she's getting made fun of. She's fucking creepy, bro. She's creepy as shit. It was creepy when her and Gay D were all hugged up. It's weird shit, okay? No one reacted weirder than than her and Trump. And again, 90% of the world, he's the guy who died. So I just want to say I saw the Drewski skit. That's my comment on that. That was the weirdest shit, and that's why I was like, okay, I'm done. I still obviously sometimes will mention politics, but this is no longer a political show. We can't. If this is modern politics, this is fucking Twilight Zone. I can't be here. I can't. So, in any event, I appreciate Zombie blessing us with the music. I appreciate Brahma Bull blessing us. Fizz, Brandon Holland, whoever's here. There's not that many people. I started late, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to go. Because I definitely want to try to have some energy to go to the gym. But I'll go a little bit, probably another 15 minutes or so. Not that I have a lot to talk about, but I'm always so appreciative that anybody shows up to these streams. I wish more people showed up. I wish I could say, hey, everyone check out Zombie Man's new album. Listen to Zombie Man. You had thousands and thousands of people to listen to your music. And I wish, Fizz, same with you. I wish I could just say, hey, everyone check out Fizz, and you can get 1,000 people sub to your channel just like that. I wish I had that type of pull. I don't know if YouTube is still allowing people to get that type of pull. I mean, obviously people are still growing on this platform, right? The average person is, and most people aren't. But there are methods and ways to grow on this platform. I'm thinking of even maybe if I can find somebody to help me market mainly the music, but this platform, this YouTube channel as well. I've been at it for 6 years, right? I got 1,000 subs. That's nothing to be sniffed at. So it would be nice to take it to another level where we could have more people checking us out. Though, who knows? Maybe they'll be more pissed. I don't know. Getting around that on your alt account versus via Discord? Getting around what? On their alt account. And how is Discord? Don't they have didn't they do some like ID thing? Or I know YouTube did, or tried to, at least in UK. I'm not sure if that's still going. And I got nervous they were going to do it here. It looks like they didn't. But I don't know. But yeah, oh, okay. Using a bot to notify everybody on the server you upload a video. I see. That's pretty cool. Is it helping? Cause it's just this. We got on the wrong time, man. 10 years ago, this platform wanted people to grow, and it helped people get along. And they stopped doing that. They just stopped. They didn't want people to grow anymore. They wanted to keep, I guess, because people started to get, you start to have normal human beings who don't have any connection to any industries, non-compromised individual who have a lot of pull, and they want to make sure that only the compromised are the influential. Only the people who they approve of are the influential, and thus they limited a lot of the reach of a lot of YouTubers and YouTube as a whole. as a platform. And I honestly think it's suffering from that. I think this platform doesn't feel as strong as it was 5 to 7 years ago. But it is what it is. I'm sure it's losing. It's lost a lot of traction to TikTok. It's not cash out. That's why they pushed the shorts. Algo, and then they got the short streaming, which I've done, and we'll be doing it again once we get back. Once we move over to the new place, we'll be doing a lot of phone streams until I can get my. And I don't know how long it's gonna take to get my desk, but the plan is to move on the 17th or that weekend, and my desk won't come until after. So for that week, and then it's gonna take me a while to set everything up, set the studio up. So that week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I'm only going to be able to stream from my phone. So, yeah. But I'm excited. I might, if I got the energy to go to the gym, I'm actually going to head over to the new place as well. Extended delivery. Well, y'all have a good night. All right, peace out, zombie. We're not going to go too much longer. See. It's gonna suck. So I was looking at something else. But we'll see. We'll see how everything works. Like I said, hopefully this year, the whole home thing took me kind of by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. No, that's heard through the grapevine. I didn't realize how emotional and labor intensive and time intensive buying a home actually would be, and as a result, it took a lot out of me that I didn't realize. So now I want to get this album. I want to get another album out. My next thing is going to be producing music as soon as we can, and so we got a lot of stuff to get to. I want the music. I may even do a animated video if I can get one done cheap enough. So I don't know. Done with streaming on the plantation or ScrewTube. Yeah. Hey, Low Spec. I appreciate you being here. Friday was your final straw. I know I saw you in the 24/7 chats, and you were talking about your streaming, Rumble and Twitch. Well, I mean, here's my thing. I've been simul streaming to Twitch and to Kick. Oh wait, you were on. Speaking of Twitch, you were on Twitch. My bad. I'm sorry, Low Spec. Unfortunately, when I do have somebody on Twitch, nobody checks. You're watching me on Twitch. I didn't realize that, man, until you just said something. Sorry about that, bro. And shout out to Kenya FA. We did get a follower on Twitch. I listen. I try to do the Twitch. I've been doing Twitch and Kick. I got 27 followers on Twitch. I got 42 on Kick. I mean, I'm not gonna sniff at that. Twitch chat does matter. A notify me bot. That may not be a bad idea. But I mean, I don't know how much Discord. I mean, I've tried. I still technically have a Discord. I don't know how active it is. I know you know what it is because we've chatted. But I don't know if it's active enough to warrant that. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just disregarding it. And why I didn't realize Brahma Bull got this much streaming action. But yeah, this I definitely understand why you're upset. They copyright claimed you for a title screen. I know I got copyright claim playing a game, and it was the music from the game they were claiming me on. There's a lot of bullshit. I get claimed pretty much every episode I do a stream. So even if I was monetized, I wouldn't be getting no money. It's almost a blessing I'm not monetized, so you don't got fucking commercials during it. But they're just this platform sucks. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube sucks as a platform. It doesn't really have a replacement. I guess, Twitch has replaced it for streaming. TikTok has replaced it for short content. But if you want long form content, there's still nowhere else. Every game stream, steal your pennies and get them somewhere else. I get it. It's bullshit. It is a lot of bullshit. I could never suggest being a content creator. I think this was the worst time. And some people are still able to find some success. Good for them. But I do not think the platform is as kind to newer creators or smaller creators as it once was. And it's a lot of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. And shit, I didn't even want to. I know if I was gonna do this stream, except I know a lot of times streams I don't want to do end up being the more fun ones. So I'm like, I'll do it. But yeah, I definitely understand the frustration that tells this platform. It's a piece of shit. There's no way around it, man. And you can't blame Susan. Rest in peace. She ain't even here no more. She's dead. I forgot who the asshole they got running it now. But yeah, YouTube is nothing fun. Nothing fun. Just another good thing that got ruined. Another good thing that got ruined. It's fucking bullshit. What was I gonna say? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. I had something, something I wanted to say. Oh, this is not it. But speaking of content, of long form content, I came across this channel. Has anyone ever heard of what's called Tartaria? I think it's called. It's like this alleged hidden civilization that lasted into the 1800s and then got removed from history. And alleged, like if you've ever seen something like old pictures with like blimps and that are supposedly from the 1800s and like a lot of old technology that like more steampunk-esque technology that allegedly really existed. I've just come across this shit today and I find a lot of it fascinating. I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of it. I know Fizz knows everything, so sometimes he's heard of things. I'm just now hearing of this myth and mythos associated with it. And just some interesting things. And things about Antarctica and apparently there was expeditions in the 1800s that had a lot of the information redacted or not released to the public, and some interesting stuff with some of that. Some of that stuff, I know we don't really talk as much conspiracy as we used to, but I still find some of that stuff interesting. The idea that there was an alternative, it was an alternative name for Mongolia, I see. So there you go. People back then were stupid, didn't know it was an alternative name for the Mongols. Or for the Mongols, let me be specific. I see. Well, see, that's why I'm running by Fizz. Fizz knows everything. Yeah, that is like I said, it's some. I definitely think the normal telling of history probably has some holes in it. I'm not sure if it's hidden civilization with hidden technology holes, but there's something there. And there's something weird about Antarctica. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it's the wall or whatever, but it is weird. Just from even the standpoint of, they don't really talk about Antarctica that much. They talk about the Arctic and polar bears and penguins and shit, but they don't really tell us shit about Antarctica. I know they got scientists and shit there. So it's just a fascinating, mysterious place. Do I necessarily believe every story? I don't know. I don't know if there was expeditions there. I know there was supposedly German expeditions there, and they found some sci-fi level tech, alien techs. I don't know. Penguins don't live in the Arctic. Where the fuck do they live? I'm lost. See, I don't know shit. Where do they live? Are they in Antarctica? Maybe that's the only thing they do show of us. Are they in like northern Canada? Where do penguins live? If it's not the Arctic, I'm lost. So I didn't know this. That's why I got a stream, so I can learn more about what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Crazy work. But Yeah, I do still find some of that stuff interesting. I don't know if I say I might be. I responded. It might be hell, but at least it's not the screw tube ghetto. Someone on your test stream show up in your chat said, "Welcome to hell." I see. You're going to let the low spec on the Twitch. So they do live in Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica, South America, which I didn't know about South America. I did not know about South Africa or Australia. I didn't know about South America though. But I thought they were also in the Arctic. So okay, so I guess they do show us that. Shout out to all the Antarctic penguins. Apparently southern. They're southern animals, southern ice animals. Because there's a through line between all those places. The screw tube exploitation ghetto. Screw tube is exploitive, and they should play a lot of commercials. And actually, even though I'm not monetized, I think sometimes they play commercials during my shit, and they ain't giving me no fucking money for that shit. Play all these fucking commercials. Good Lord, they're playing more commercials. Is it me? Is anyone else watching this? But I watch a lot of YouTube. Is it me or are they playing more commercials? It could just be me. I could just be making the shit up, but it feels like they're playing more of these motherfuckers. You guys tell me. You guys tell me if you think you're getting more commercials. Penguins aren't ice animals. They're flightless southern seabirds. I see. Well, they're associated to colder climates, at least in pop culture and in the head canon of the greater pop culture. So I didn't know. I didn't know they were flightless. I did not know they were based in Antarctica of places. So I guess they do show us part of Antarctica because you'll see like little penguins flop around and shit. I thought they were up north. Apparently not. Apparently not. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know shit. They originate from Australia. Wow. And there are technically plenty in South Africa. Did not know. Australia's a weird place. Goodness, there's like everything there. Australia and New Zealand. Weird stuff, man. Did not know that. But hey, it's good to know. Good to know. Common sight in South Africa. So I didn't know that at all. I did not know that at all. Because, I would have never, I'd never thought that until you said it. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to all the South African penguins. Shout out to all the South African penguins. Let me see. Let's see. But yeah, I had no idea. That's pretty crazy. Whatever. Pretty cool. Shout out to penguins. Shout out to motherfucking penguins. Just penguining around. Apparently African and Australian penguins just doing their penguin thing. Living a penguin ass life. Dope work. I don't know. I don't really know if I have much for the stream. I think maybe it's maybe time to get out of here. And I appreciate everybody watching these streams. I want to eventually get to do more streams. It'd be nice if I could do more, but it is what it is. So sorry if this one was a little dry or a little boring or whatever. What in the hell? Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'll try to stream a couple times this week. This may be, this week and next week, maybe the last couple of weeks, we really have to do any content, any streaming until we got to start tearing stuff down and moving it over to the new place. So I appreciate everybody watching these streams live or on the playback. You guys are awesome. So if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. I'll talk to all you guys later. Peace.